Welcome to Frugal Family Gardens. My name is Julie. It is the beginning of May. Let's see what we've got going on. Guess what? This one had babies. Now, if only, hopefully, we can actually pull them up and move them. This is one right here, and then we got one there. Oh, and then one right there. Yeah, we will try. We've got to move the lilacs out of here anyway so that we can put up the fence. We've got to pay off Olivia's medical bills before we can do the fence, unfortunately. That's life. You know how it is. Priorities. But let's just enjoy the beauty and the wonder and the happiness that is lilacs in bloom. Might have some more babies down here too. Yeah. No. Let's see. Nope. Yep. One right there. Yeah, we need to clean this up out here. We'll get to it. One thing at a time. Look at that. Wow. Wish you could smell them. They're amazing. Okay, Frugal friends, while I am doing dishes and tidying up, I'm thinking about this. It was going to go straight into the recycling, but I don't think I'm going to now. This is the case from Mariah's ice cream cake from her birthday. And I was thinking, as I had it in the recycling, I'm like, you know what? That might make a perfect little greenhouse for all my seedlings and stuff. I'm not sure 100% yet if I'm going to do that with this, but I'm going to go ahead and clean it because it's good to clean your recyclables anyway. Just, it is. But also, once it's clean, I'm going to try out some of the seedlings in here and just kind of see how they fit, give it a little bit of a trial run. I don't know. Have you ever done anything like that? Is this a fabulous upcycle, recycle, reuse, repurpose? Or is this just totally silly and I should just put it in the recycling? So, out there, where my husband has the kayaks, there is a dead tree, maple tree that just didn't do well right there. And it is one of the places that I am hoping to plant sweet peas. Think how awesome that would be to have them climbing up the dead branches and just have like this tree of sweet peas. I think it would be gorgeous. The problem is, like I said, that's where my husband stores the kayaks. I guess we could move them over behind the tire slide. He used to store them under the big tree on the other side of the fence, but that is now my shade garden over there, so I have to let him put them somewhere in the yard. Utah. Forecast said it was going to be like 53 today, whereas yesterday it was like 75. It was gorgeous yesterday. And I'm like, oh yeah, 53, we can handle that. All right. Here's your 53. God. Came out here to the new shade garden to see if by any chance the bleeding hearts were doing anything yet. But I mean, they are. They're, you know, in bloom. Well, not in bloom. They're all nice and leafy and growing, but alas, no flowers yet. So it just rained, and this is the absolute perfect time to pull a couple of weeds, like these ones right here. I am going to put coleus seeds in this pot. I might add some in here too. Oh, duh, the hostas. I did not even, do you know, I was looking at this and just totally, I was looking right at it and didn't realize that my giant hostas are coming out. Oh, that is really exciting. That is, well, that's marvelous. Oh, there's another weed. If I can manage it, I'm going to go out in the front yard sometime today and try to weed out there. Here's something I absolutely have to stay on top of. These weed trees. I didn't get the roots. It's a Japanese elm, I believe is what these are. and they are awful. They are awful. They seed themselves and then they grow really big and then they fall over. Yeah, they're monsters. They're terrible. High up on the list, and this all just depends on how I'm doing. The new medication I'm taking is really helping with my abdominal pain, but am I at the point where I can come out and do this kind of job? I think that would really be pushing it, but I need to get rid of the rest of that. Oh, what is it called? Not basil, not parsley, sage, Russian sage plant. I need to get the rest of that out of there and all the mess that's with it so that I can put up our divider, or not divider, our privacy fabric on the chain link fence, but that's going to be quite a to-do. I took out the other one over here, right about here. I did the best I could, but guess what there is? More babies. It is a beautiful plant, but it is also a massive attractant for wasps. So I just want it gone. I thought I had done a pretty good job of digging it out, and oh, it was such an effort. It was awful digging this stuff out, which is why I say I don't think I'm up to getting that other one out. Oh, we did get a little bit done out here. That feels good. Let's see. There's also to deal with these. There's this one, the milkweed, or whatever its real name is, and then of course dandelions. I did leave some dandelions out for the bees, but that time is over. It's time to get rid of all of these. Yep. And then see all these little tiny ones here, and all of these? Yeah, they're babies of that monster. Oh, there's another of the weed trees. I was able to get the roots on that one. That's good. Yeah, there's a lot. So much to do before I can really turn this into a proper shade garden. But you stick with me, frugal friends. We'll get there. We'll do it. You know I'm just stubborn enough. I will make this happen. All right, then out here in the Wonderland, I am going to clear off this black plastic so that we can see the rock path underneath and figure out how much we need as far as more gravel. I had kept the black tarp on to try to really kill the grass weeds that were in there. Hopefully it's been long enough. My daddy's rose is amazing, absolutely gorgeous. That is spectacular, just spectacular. Oh, I love it. It's gotten so big. That's fantastic. Anyway, so the other place where I want to grow the peonies, or not peonies, God, the sweet peas, is on that dead peach tree back there at the back of the yard. I think that would also be really lovely. Now you may notice out here in the Wonderland, we are drowning in weeds. Even with all the areas that I've had covered, we are just drowning in weeds, drowning in this nasty stuff. There's an overwhelming amount of work to do. Ooh, but check this out. The cherry tree has cherries, so I need to go and get the CDs and DVDs to hang there. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Oh, but first, the grapes are blooming. Oh boy, so exciting. And then over here, that blasted vine, I think it's a vinca, has just gone crazy in this perennial bed. That's a very difficult one to eradicate, and I hate admitting that I planted it. Got it from a neighbor. Has gorgeous flowers. Look at those flowers, they're beautiful, but it is such a thug. I really need to trim this juniper. It's one of my topiary efforts. Same with this peach tree over here. That is one of my espalier efforts that I've absolutely not kept up with. Guys, I like to take on a lot. I am notorious for biting off way more than I can chew. when it comes to projects, and especially in the garden. I need like a whole crew that I can just, give them a task. Each person goes to a different part, proper machinery, and they're able to just do it, I will have the kids come and help with quite a bit, but then there's also things that I don't want them to do, so you do the best you can. Over here by my dad's rose, there's some garbage, just so aggravating. We get garbage thrown over here from both sides. Apartments over there, apartments behind me. It's so aggravating. But anyway, I have a peony right here that I want to move. It's gorgeous and glorious, and I really want to move it and possibly divide it, But I just don't think this is going to be the right home for it. I'm going to put probably one more rose right here next to my daddy's rose and just have those be in here and nothing else. And of course, I do need to trim all the hedges, yikes, and clean up garbage and weeds. But this is what I want to focus on. Have you guys ever divided peonies? What was your experience? What did you find was the best method, and what time of year did you do that in? Another thing I want to do out here is move my raspberries. This just has not been the best spot for them because they put out all these babies all over in what is supposed to be the white garden. See, I've got some white flowers. So pretty. And I'm going to have some white flowers growing up on this box spring. And then that rose that I had thought was dead, but that came back to life, that's white. I don't want these here. But where am I going to put them? And what is it going to take to actually eradicate them from this spot? I'll tell you, it's going to take work. That's what it's going to take. As far as where to put them, I'm not sure. We have our blackberries out there, so maybe the raspberries could go out this way. Options. Okay, so see that grass there, the weed grass? That's what would be all down this path if I hadn't have had the ugly black plastic over it. So I am grateful that I did that. I am going to plant the salvaged onion starts right in here, and hopefully that will be a good home for them. I really need to get to all of these volunteer plants. There are so many, and I could absolutely use them elsewhere in the yard. Oh, look at this. Some of the vine actually seeded into the wheelbarrow. That's going to be gorgeous when it starts spilling over. Oh, that'll be lovely. That'll absolutely be lovely. Oh my God, I'm so excited. There is so much chamomile. I'm going to have to start asking around and see if anybody wants some of it. Now, what is going on here? Another weed tree. You bugger. We got him. But just word to the wise, if you plant chamomile, definitely plant it in a pot, because we are seeing that even in a pot, it has seeded just like crazy. So be aware. Be aware of chamomile. While I'm out here right here, I'm going to thin out some of these. These are snapdragons that have just self-seeded in here. So to give them all a fighting chance, I'm going to pull some of these out, especially these ones around the edges. So there won't be room for them to grow up nice and strong. Now, some of these could probably be potted up. Am I going to do that? I don't know. Probably not. Something else I'm going to have to do is clear all this off and add more soil, because you can see they're really leggy because they've had to come up through these lava rocks. And then over here, there are some that are snapdragons, but then there's these, and I don't know if those are that tall, ugly plant that I've been working on getting rid of. So, what to do, what to do. Maybe I can leave one of them and see what it does. These Aquilegia, also known as columbine, have bloomed. I didn't realize that. The hyacinths, tulips, and daffodils, they are just about done. It's going to rain tomorrow. That'll be wonderful for pulling weeds and planting out some of our seedlings. I need to deadhead the spring bulbs. I'll leave the foliage, but I just want all the energy to go into building stronger, better bulbs and not into putting on seed. So I will pop off all of their heads, just like that, so that, and then leave the foliage so it'll work on better bulbs. Yep. I might leave one or two just to experiment with collecting seed from them, because I never have. Kitty! Kitty! She's so beautiful. Playing in Mommy's gardens. Kitty! Kitty! Hear the kids fighting in the background. Oh, kids. Good times.